Hi, everybody. Welcome to OK Xoomer, Zoom chats with creative engineers and more. I'm Aaron Lichtig, Xometry guy, former Jeopardy champion, and as always, I'll be your host today. Today, we're really excited to be joined by Landon Borders. Landon is the Director of Product Development at Bullard, and he's responsible for technology development, product roadmap, new product introductions, and product engineering. And he leads design and engineering teams in both the United States and Western Europe. Prior to Bullard, Landon worked at Big Ass Fans, Lexmark International, as well as some other places. And he developed internet-connected devices, mobile apps, and imaging systems. So welcome, Landon. We're excited to have you here.
Thanks for the intro, Aaron. Glad to be here. Looking forward to our discussion today.
Excellent. So first, tell us a little about Bullard and the kind of work you do there.
Yeah, Bullard's a 122-year-old company based out of Lexington and Cynthiana, Kentucky. We've been around for a long time. We make personal protective equipment for emergency responders and industrial applications. We invented the hard hat about 100 years ago. We have 300 employees worldwide, and most of our customers anyway, are critical infrastructure workers. So we've been pretty busy here as of late.
Nice. And I hear Bullard holds a world record related to hard hats as well.
Yeah, that's right. We set a world record last year in Lexington, Kentucky for most hats at a single event. We gave out 20,000 hard hats, like the one behind me here, at a UK basketball game. So that was an exciting event to be a part of.
Nice. All right, so Bullard has a long history of making personal protective equipment like hard hats. But as with many industries, COVID has changed the way that you look at your business, the way that you look at your target. Tell us a little about how you've changed your business model in response to the rise of the coronavirus.
Yeah, we've just succinctly, we've really responded to our customers' needs. We're fortunate to continue doing business and providing products for our emergency responder customers and our industrial customers, but we're being pulled into new markets, and demand for products in healthcare has been gone up quite significantly over the past several weeks. But we're doing what we can to respond, and we've kind of reinvented our factory by moving personnel, building new production lines, and ramping up supply chain to meet demand for products used, PPE products that we make used by healthcare workers. We've also designed and validated and started production on a lot of new products that we hadn't even considered just a few short weeks ago. So as you know, that takes quite a bit of effort, and really proud of the way that we've been able to respond.
How have you changed your approach to customer research during these times?
Yeah, great question. Obviously, we're a very customer-centric company. We do a lot of validation with our end users and with our distribution partners. And, obviously with the COVID-19 pandemic, that makes interacting with our customers quite challenging. So, we continue to leverage rapid prototyping technologies, rapid tooling technologies to build products and iterate on our designs, but we're finding new ways to interact with our end users, and certainly those that we're not normally interacting with, such as healthcare workers. But just one example that comes to mind is we repurposed our training room here in our Lexington office for on-site voice of customer research using rapid prototype demo products. We rearranged the room to maintain social distancing, and had lots of cleaning agents where we would do full wipe downs and after each event. So that's a little unusual for us, but it resulted in really good feedback. We've been leveraging our sales leaders as much as possible using Zoom, like we are here, to have dialogue with them, to take their input on the products we're developing or have developed already. We're also partnering with a lot of local businesses here in Lexington and in Cynthiana for product validation and research, where normally we're out globetrotting in various parts of the Americas, Europe, and Asia Pacific. But we're happy to partner with local hospitals, like I said, other businesses, and even the local universities in development, validation, and research. And that seems to be working for us quite well at the moment.
That's great. And thank you, and thank your team for the work that you're doing on those projects.
Thank you. Happy to do it.
Now, switching gears a bit, what are some of the coolest engineering design projects you've seen outside of Bullard?
Well, one thing that comes to mind is, and certainly in this arena, I've seen a lot of open source designs that have been made available for PPE in the hardware space. So that's pretty common in the software space, but in the hardware space, it seems to be relatively novel. But for N95 masks, for face shields, for various products that can be made by manufacturers that have some downtime right now and provided to frontline workers to keep them safe. So it's really cool to see the open source model work in this space, and I'm really proud of the work that's going on in different businesses to keep these frontline workers safe, where that's not a standard business model for them.
That's awesome. Yeah, and it's very inspiring the way that the communities really come together around that. Now, do you have any advice for someone who wants to be where you are, leading teams that are doing great new product creation, engineering, and design type of work?
Yeah, tough question. I think the one big piece of advice is, know your customers and know the problems that they have. And one of the mistakes that I see young engineers make is they'll design a product without a problem. And that sometimes works, but often it doesn't. And if you always have your customer in mind and you know the problems that they have and you're providing them with valuable solutions, you'll be successful. And, keep yourself surrounded by smart people that are willing to challenge you and challenge others around them. And keep your mind sharp. You got to stay on top of technologies and stay on top of other activities in adjacent businesses and even areas outside of your own personal interests. And I don't know, that's my advice in a nutshell.
That's great advice. Well, Landon, thank you so much for joining us. This has been another episode of OK Xoomer. We will be back in another couple of days with another guest. Landon, it's been great to have you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, Aaron. It's been a pleasure.
Take care.
All right, you too.